Sheldon, yesterday you talked a lot about needing to simplify a little bit. What does it take to get into that mentality?
Well, it takes just trust in the structure, trust in the system. Uh, so yeah, that's really about it. Just doing your job and getting to your spot and not trying to complicate it. Especially if it's not going well. There's a tendency to want to try to create something and all of that, but just trust the structure. It's there for a reason. It works well when we adhere to it, and we got to get to it today.
And you talk about that structure. How important is it to sort of keep that in mind when your rush game is taken away and handling those types of moments? Because you do produce a lot of offense that way, but you don't always get it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take what's there, but I mean, the more you play with structure, the more you carry the flow of the game, and the more you carry the flow of the game, then the more you're likely to get the opposition to crack a little bit and make some mistakes or catch some in-line changes and all those sorts of things, and then the rush stuff starts to come alive. So that's the message. It's been the message all season, and we've played a lot of hockey here of late, so things start to sort of pile up a little bit, and maybe you can kind of lose your way a little. But for us, it's just about kind of getting back to what we know has worked for us.
As this period has unfolded with a lot of games and what have you and travel, etc., as the struggles somewhat are occurring, is the team trying to do too much, or are they reluctant to make a play because if I make a mistake, I'm worried that the puck might be in the back of the net?
I mean, I don't know. I think we're overthinking it. Do you have any questions about today's game?
What did you guys do so well last time out against Ottawa?
It's a long time ago. It's early in the season, but I thought we played a good, efficient road game and capitalized on our mistakes. But a lot has changed since then. The Ottawa team's playing really good hockey here right now, and we talked about it yesterday with Philly coming in. Like these teams have really taken a step in the last 20 games, and are playing as good hockey as anybody in the league. And I think the league is right now is as close as it's been in my time in the league in terms of. There's no. It doesn't seem like there's any bottom in the Eastern Conference. It seems like everybody's sort of stuck in the middle and beating each other any given night. So we got to be at our best, no doubt.
From scouting Ottawa and just sort of looking what you're up against, what have you seen maybe in their last 10 games that have really allowed them this surge that you guys need to be really cognizant of?
Yeah, they've played good defense. They've gotten better goaltending and. Keeping the puck away from their net. And I mean, they've always been very dangerous in transition. Lots of skill throughout their lineup, and their defense supports the attack very well. They've got really three really good lines that can score and hurt you in different ways. So it's a good team, and they play hard and they compete. So I've seen lots of these guys over my time. In my previous spot, and I've seen them be at their best, and they're a lot to deal with when they're rolling, which they are now.
And you mentioned those particularly three lines that they can. How big is it for you guys to have that connectivity from shift to shifts, like we talked about yesterday, especially when you're dealing with that? Is that the key?
Yeah, no doubt. That's we want to build positive momentum, and we were able to do that a little bit in that third period. Last night our game was or yesterday afternoon, I guess it was. We're really starting to come on there in that third period. Obviously, the turnover we had that led to us giving up a breakaway and a penalty and a goal against on the penalty kill. Like that's a game-changing moment there. But our game was starting to come on there in the third. That was a little more of it, from the goal that was called back. That's shift-to-shift connectivity. Even for Jack to get on the ice for that turnover in the offensive zone, that's a dominant shift, and then Nason coming off the ice and handing it off. So that's more indicative of what we need to do no matter who we're playing.
You said you were dealing with some illnesses within the team. Is there any line changes coming into today?
Yeah, it's there's names popping up on the injury or illness list each day that we're monitoring. I think we'll be okay from the looks of it here. It's just that time of year. Right? I'm sure every team's dealing with it in their own way. That you've got guys that aren't feeling great and they've got different symptoms throwing up or whatever it might be. You're monitoring it from an energy standpoint and making sure it's not contagious and that kind of stuff. So some of that's out of my hands, but seems like we've got a group of guys in today that are good and nothing we're too concerned about at this moment.
Thanks, Sheldon.